Let's take a look at Brandon Ingram of the Pelicans from February the 4th against the LA Lakers, getting a little sloppy with the ball there and getting called for that offensive foul. But this was a really nice game for Ingram overall. Gets blocked again by Beverly, but he scored 35 points on 28 shots and was probably his best overall game since coming back from that long injury, and displayed some of that really high-level shot making that only a few players in the league can match. High release point, does miss that shot, but then the Lakers ice him here, and he does a really nice job of just probing, and he's going to hit Larry Nance on this roll with a nice little pocket pass and a nice finish by Larry Nance at the basket. And defensively, despite his elite length, he's not really known as a high-level defensive player. His effort can wane, doesn't really contest that Westbrook shot. And then back on the offense, he does a really nice job of clearing space with that off arm. So it's not something he's extending. So he's not really at risk for an offensive foul, but does a good job of getting some space. And then there are just not many players in the league good enough to make a shot like that, going over that left shoulder. And then really good work here against Troy Brown in isolation, hesitating a little bit, getting Troy Brown on his heels and then finishing at the rim. And then here, Troy Brown does a nice play here. So Ingram's going to come over and try to contest this LeBron jumper. Does a good job, actually, of contesting it, but that allows Troy Brown to just get a free run to the basket, ends up getting the pass and finishing. And then back on the offensive end, this is just a nice left to right crossover, hang dribble in tight quarters. So he's really good in a phone booth, so to speak, of just making enough moves and utilizing that height. There's a little hesitation, hang dribble a la Kevin Durant, and able to finish that mid-range jumper. And this was a really fun sequence with Westbrook expecting the screen going left, and Davis is out pretty high. Ingram is going to read that, reject the screen, and there's just no rim protection to handle Ingram at the rim. And then here he's going to display some of that mid-range ability, high release point, two-motion shooter, doesn't make it, but that is an effective shot for him. And then he's going to attack that lead foot off the closeout, and a nice little shovel to Valanciunas, who finishes. And then on this sequence here, McCollum probably has to let Ingram know that Schroeder is coming from behind. I mean, that's a really nice play by Schroeder just to take the risk, and then ends up getting into LeBron for the finish. But here, Ingram is going to display some of that mid-range ability again, going to his right, easy pull-up. In terms of shot making in that area, there's just a few guys that can reach the level that Ingram can get to in the mid-range. Tatum, Kevin Durant. I mean, there's just a handful of guys that can credibly do it. This is a really nice shovel pass to Larry Nance, who finishes at the basket. Now, Ingram's shot-making ability to get any shot he wants can be a problem in here, where you probably want him hitting Valanciunas on the roll, because he can either make that finish at the basket or swing it to Murphy in the corner. But Ingram is going to take this tough pull-up that he makes, but the process probably isn't exactly what you want. And then here, he probably could lob this over to Murphy at the basket. He's going to miss his three, and because he's able to tip that one home because he is in such good position. And really important for the Pelicans to get Brandon Ingram going. If this game is sort of going to catapult him for the rest of the season, this is going to go a long way in getting this team into a decent seed going into the playoffs, and to make some noise once they get there, because he is a tough shot maker against high quality defenses. So important for the Pelicans to get Brandon Ingram playing at close to his peak level as we head into the stretch run of the regular season. Here, even though this is a miss, I like the physicality. He's going to bump Troy Brown off to get to his spot and miss that mid-ranger. Then here, this is really good awareness, where he has the corner, he has Valanciunas, and then he's got the two other shooters on the weak side, and he hits Alvarado, which was the right pass. It's the easiest shot in the corner, so good work by Brandon Ingram. And then with Anthony Davis with his back turn, Ingram is just going to go, and a nice feed to Valanciunas at the basket. And then he's going to beat Westbrook again by rejecting the screen, this time using that back cut, and a nice feed by Larry Nance. Good work all around. And this is where all those training hours comes into play. Watch these back-to-back clips. So this one, he's going to avoid the dig and then hit that little pull-up midi hanging in the air. And then this time he's going over the left shoulder in the deep corner against a fantastic shot contest by Troy Brown. That is just too tough by Brandon Ingram. And then this time he's going over the right shoulder, and really good defense by the Lakers to force him going over the right shoulder, and contesting well again is Troy Brown. And then we're going to get some Spain action here. So we have Larry Nance setting the screen, and then the back screen is set by Trey Murphy, who's going to pop out. Larry Nance is going to be the roller. Lakers get a little bit out of sorts, and Ingram does a really good job of reading that and getting all the way to the basket. Now here, with Trey Murphy slipping, this is a easy read by Ingram. He doesn't take it. and he's going to attempt this contested mid-range shot instead of an open Trey Murphy 3. So that one you really want to have back. And then here's another good read off the closeout, attacking the lead foot of Beverly, getting to the basket, drawing the foul, and then he's going to beat Beverly again to the middle of the floor. And then here I think he was deterred by Anthony Davis at the basket. And then finally going to wrap his night up with a isolation attempt against Troy Brown, getting to the free throw line, hitting that pull-up. Nice effort by Brandon Ingram as he starts a round into form.